Hey guys, Ken from Black Box Gym. In today's video, we're going to be talking about whether or not building your very own garage gym is a good idea for you or not. Keep in mind, before building my own garage gym, I'd already worked as a personal trainer in a corporate gym environment for about 3 years. This is not something I'm going to recommend to everyone, but if you're a trainer, athlete, fitness enthusiast, and you've been sitting on a fence for a while on whether or not you should build your own garage gym, then make sure to watch my video from start to finish because I'm going to be sharing with you my entire experience building my garage gym, and hopefully after watching this video, you can go and make that decision for yourself. So without further ado, let's dive right into the first part of the video. We're going to be talking about equipment, accessories, and renovations. Let's go. Because my space and budget was limited, I needed to choose equipment that was not only space efficient, but extremely versatile. I wanted to get the same quality of a workout that I'd get from a commercial gym, and at the same time, I wanted my clients to feel like that they weren't downgrading when they came and trained with me in my garage gym. So keeping those concepts in mind, the first thing on my list was definitely a power rack. The squat or power rack should be the centerpiece of your garage gym, and it's the most important piece of equipment in the gym in my opinion. Because with the squat and power rack, you're able to do all the essential compound movements. Your bench press, barbell row, squats, deadlifts, overhead press, and even pull-ups. Will you be able to do some of those movements without a rack? Yeah, kind of. I mean, if you squat 300 pounds, imagine lifting 300 pounds off the floor, cleaning it over your head, putting it on your back, and then squatting, and you have to lift it back, and you get the point. It's not ideal. Get yourself a rack. Okay, so initially when choosing a power rack, I ended up opting for a squat stand. I got the S2 squat stand from Rogue. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's not a power rack. Power rack is a cage, and you'd be completely right. However, a squat stand is actually very space efficient, it's very cost efficient, and it does pretty much everything that a power rack can do, aside from the fact that the power rack offers additional expandability options. So what do I mean by expandability options? So if you look at the power cage versus the squat stand, you'll notice that the power cage has an additional column towards the back. Now that additional column allows you to add a bunch of different accessories to it. For example, you can add some dip handles to the back, you can add some band pegs, you can even add some weight trees, which I highly recommend because you'll be able to store all your plates on the rack. So should you get a squat stand to be more space and cost efficient, or should you get a power rack to have more expandability options in the future? Well, I have a solution for you. Enter the HR2 half rack from Rogue. These are actually the racks that we currently use at Black Box Gym, and they simply offer the best of both worlds. The HR2 half rack maintains the same footprint as the squat stand, but with the addition of the columns at the back, allows for you to have the same expandability options as a full power cage at the fraction of the price. So after the half rack, the next thing you need to get for yourself is a barbell and a set of bumper plates. Now, I went with the set from Rogue. I think they called it the Alpha Bar bumper plate set. It comes with a Rogue Ohio bar and about 330 pounds of bumper plates. Bumper plates are very versatile because it allows you to drop the weights safely on the floor, unlike the metal plates. And contrary to what all the commercial gyms tell you to not drop the weight, it's perfectly okay to drop some heavy ass weight on the floor. Now for the barbell, it came with the Rogue Ohio bar, and it's a multi-purpose bar. Very nice bar. It's got 2 sets of rings, and it's got a medium knurling. And yeah, it's just a great all-rounder bar. No-brainer for me since I train all different kinds of clients. Now, can you find barbells or bumper plates for cheaper? You most definitely can. You can use Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. It's very easy to find things out there that are cheaper than Rogue. Rogue is not known for being cheap. Rogue is known for its quality and durability. And if I'm going to be charging someone money to come train in my garage gym, then they better be using the best equipment that I can afford. Buy nice, don't buy twice. So the next piece of equipment I got from my garage gym was an adjustable bench, and you guessed it, it was from Rogue, the Rogue Adjustable Bench 2.0. Now, you can definitely get away with a flat bench, but the adjustable bench is just way more versatile. You can do incline dumbbell bench press work, you can take the bench all the way up and do some seated dumbbell shoulder press. Definitely can't do that with a flat bench. Now, even though the adjustable bench 2.0 costed me almost $1,000 at the time that I bought it, I think they did a price drop recently, so it's like $700-800 now. Still very, very expensive. Honestly, I still think it's worth it. It's honestly the best bench money can buy, and it's just oh so beautiful. You gotta try it out for yourself. And it speaks volumes to your client that you're willing to put something of that caliber into your garage gym. Next thing I got from my garage gyms were a set of dumbbells. Unfortunately, I didn't go for the Rogue because while it would have made my gym look a lot more premium, the Rogue dumbbells are simply too expensive. They go for about $5 a pound, so for a set of 5 200 pound dumbbells, that would cost me over 10 grand. So I ended up opting for a set of rubber hex dumbbells from my local fitness supply store. Where I'm from, I'd say a reasonable price for rubber hex dumbbells are about $1 a pound. So if it's a 5 to 100 pound set, that would total around 2,200 pounds. And I was lucky enough to get a brand new set of rubber hex dumbbells for just under $2,000. Now, rubber hex dumbbells are great because they are affordable and the flat surfaces on the dumbbells can be very useful for certain exercises. However, I noticed there are two downsides for these types of dumbbells. One, they have a rubbery smell that can linger, especially if your gym space is small. And two, they are less durable because when you drop the hex dumbbell, it tends to land on an edge, and over time that causes more wear and tear. Now, some of you might be wondering, what about Bowflex dumbbells? Yes, they are space efficient and definitely a lot more cost efficient, but the vibe is just too different and not what I wanted for my garage gym. Adjustable dumbbells scream DIY home gym, and that's the last thing I wanted my clients to feel when they came to train here. You can't drop adjustable dumbbells, and no matter how smooth the adjustments were, it's still more slow and awkward than simply picking up a dumbbell off of the rack and banging out a set of curls. So after getting my rubber hex dumbbells, I got some dumbbell racks as well. I got two separate racks, a vertical standing dumbbell rack for my 5 to 30 pound dumbbells and a 3-tier dumbbell rack for my 35 to 100 pound dumbbells. Now, funny story, I ended up getting those racks for free. The racks would have cost me $1,500, but while the warehouse was loading the dumbbells onto my truck, they accidentally gave me the racks as well. Either way though, I highly recommend you get a dumbbell rack if you want to clear up more floor space to give your garage gym a more professional look. Anyways, before we talk about the next thing that I put in my garage gym, I'd like to kindly ask you guys that are still watching if you could smash that like button. It really helps me out. Thank you. I started this YouTube channel because I'm passionate about fitness, I'm passionate about business, and I hope that by sharing my knowledge and my thoughts on YouTube that I can inspire you guys to finally start pursuing your fitness goal that you always wanted to pursue, or finally start that business that you've been putting off because you're too scared to start. Whenever you're deciding between two things, you know, when you have like a career decision to make, and you have to choose between this or that, you really just got to ask yourself one question. Which one scares you more? Is it this one? Or is it this one? This one scares you more? That's the one. Do what scares you and never look back. Now, let's move on to the next part. The next piece of equipment I got for my garage gym is a functional trainer. The functional trainer is by far the most versatile piece of equipment. Get the basic attachments, a V-bar, straight bar, rope, and a singular handle, and you'll be able to add dozens of exercise variations to your garage gym. Some functional trainers have adjustable arms that go up and down and then in and out. Those are actually called freedom trainers. The ones I'm talking about are the ones with pull-up bars in between. And those are the functional trainers I'm talking about. Make sure to get the ones with the pull-up bars in between because they generally come with a heavier weight stack and is more suitable for strength training compared to the freedom trainer. A freedom trainer would be more suitable in a clinical setting, such as in a physio or chiropractor office. Thing with the functional trainer, especially if you are looking for a commercial grade functional trainer, is that they are quite pricey. So it took me a long time before I actually found a commercial grade functional trainer that was within my budget. Now, you want to go commercial grade because those are the units that generally come with that heavier weight stack. So that's the first advantage. And the second advantage of commercial grade is that the cable systems on the non-commercial grade ones, they tend to wear out fairly quickly and you got to get it serviced pretty often, which gets really annoying, especially if you're trying to run a business. So the commercial grade cable systems, I mean, I've been using mine and it was secondhand for over, I would say around 4 or 5 years now, and we've only got it serviced once. So definitely get yourself a commercial grade functional trainer if you can find one. The last piece of equipment I got for my garage gym was a leg extension / leg curl combo machine. This one is definitely optional, but I had the budget for it and I got it because I felt that my gym was lacking equipment to train the lower body. Don't skip leg day. A leg press would have been a good option too, but for the leg press, number one, it's really expensive. And it also requires a lot more additional weight plates, which I did not have the budget for. Now, I sacrificed a little bit on the build quality because generally 2-in-1 machines are less durable. They're labeled light commercial as opposed to full commercial. but it was a trade-off I was willing to make because it was perfect for my garage gym. Part 2, we're going to be talking about accessories. So accessories are a lot cheaper than strength equipment, obviously, but make sure you buy the best that you can afford. Don't cheap out on these accessories because you're going to be getting a lot of use out of these. So I'm going to share with you guys what I got from my garage gym. The first accessory I got from my garage gym was an assortment of pull-up bands. I went with the brand Iron Bowl. You can find it on Amazon. So just a couple advantages of Iron Bowl. First of all, the quality is very decent. Delivers really quickly, especially if you have Amazon Prime. And on top of that, it comes with a lifetime warranty. So in case your band ever breaks, you can just ship it back to them and they will replace your band free of charge. So bands are actually super versatile. Most people, when they think of pull-up bands, okay, it helps me with the pull-up. It can assist me in a dip as well. I can do some, mobility drills or dynamic warm-up drills with the bands. But a lot of people forget that, bands can help add a lot of dynamic to your training program and your client's training program as well. For example, you can do a banded bench press. So, hook the band to the bottom of the rack. So when you press, you have to push a lot harder towards the top of the bench press. Having a good set of bands really gives you a lot more to play with in terms of programming. So next few accessories I got, they are both from Iron Bowl. So the first thing is a barbell collar. So I got a pair of barbell collars, nothing much to say here, safety first, right? Second thing I got is a barbell hip thrust pad or safety pad or squat pad, whatever you call it. But definitely use it if you're doing barbell hip thrusts with your client, because if you don't have a pad, it could be quite painful. The next accessory I got was some exercise mats. So unfortunately, they're not Iron Bowl brand. If Iron Bowl actually makes exercise mats, I probably would have picked it up from them, but unfortunately they do not. So I ended up going to my local fitness supply store and I picked up some Select exercise mats. Select is the brand. I remember in my old commercial gym, they used Select mats too. So I figured if it was good enough for a commercial gym, it'd be good enough for me. So the next accessory I got from my garage gym is the Rogue landmine attachment. So a word of advice, if you're gonna be ordering from Rogue, make sure you do your due diligence and put everything on the same order, because the shipping can get really expensive. And if you can consolidate all the items on under one order, then you're gonna save a lot on shipping. Unfortunately, I did not do that, so I had to pay pretty much full shipping just to ship a single item. But anyways, the landmine is super versatile because it adds a rotational capacity that you can't do with all the other equipment. So you can do landmine shoulder press, but you can also do rotations to work your core. You can turn it around and do a landmine hack squat. What I personally got the landmine attachment for is so that I can do the classic T-bar row. The last kind of accessory I got from my garage gym was an assortment of self-myofascial release tools. So self-myofascial release is just a fancy way of saying massaging, stretching tools for that. I didn't get everything all at once. I started out with just a single lacrosse ball, and then a peanut, which was 2 lacrosse balls that I taped together with electrical tape, and a foam roller from Trigger Point. Later on, I added the Hypervolt, which is a percussion massage gun. I got it because I felt that if I could, use the Hypervolt on my client either before or after my client session, that it would really elevate the personal training experience. However, the Hypervolt is quite pricey, but if you're, really set on having personal training or fitness as your career, then I'd say get it. But if you're not, then it's not necessary. All right, so we talked about strength equipment, we talked about what accessories I got. Now we have to talk about the renovations that I did to get my garage gym up and running. So the most important renovation you have to do before you move any equipment into your garage gym is you gotta get the flooring set up. Now I watch a lot of YouTube videos about this. A lot of people recommend going to your local tractor supply store to get horse stall mats. Personally, I didn't like the look of horse stall mats because they're not actually smooth. They come with like ridges in between. And I thought that, not only did it not look good, but cleaning them would also be a hassle. So I ended up going back to my local fitness supply store and I got some proper rubber flooring. So make sure you get the 3/4 inch. That's what most people recommend. And the flooring generally comes in 4x6 pieces. So I definitely did end up paying a little bit more. Not that much more, but a little bit more. But it was definitely worth it. It looks so nice when it's finished. It's got a nice, smooth, black finish, and it's so easy to clean because there are no ridges. For installation, I did it by myself. It took me about half a day to install about 400 square feet of rubber flooring, but it was definitely a fun experience and it's not too hard. Just YouTube it. Finally, the last renovation I made was mirrors. So mirrors are very, very important to the gym. They are quite expensive. So, and make sure you don't cheap out on the mirrors because the cheap ones tend to shatter easily. The more expensive ones are usually tempered glass. And so even if you accidentally shatter the glass, it will just crack, but it won't literally explode in your face. And especially if you're running a personal training studio in your garage gym, you gotta have the mirrors because especially when you're coaching a beginner client, unless your client is gifted in their proprioceptive abilities, most beginner clients learn best when they can actually see what they're doing in the mirror. So I got 2 mirrors for my garage gym. I had a mirror in front of my squat rack and I had a mirror in front of my dumbbell rack. Now, aside from the functionalities of the mirrors, from an aesthetic standpoint, mirrors look really great. On top of that, they make your gym space look a lot bigger and make your gym space look a lot more professional. Get your mirrors if you have the budget. Okay, so now that I covered everything that I got from a garage gym, it's time to talk about how much everything costed and did I think it was a worthy investment for me to make. So everything from the strength equipment to the accessories to the renovations, it costed around $15,000. That's in Canadian dollars. And the time it took for me to transform my garage into a garage gym was about 2 months. After I built the garage gym, obviously that's where I ran my personal training business for. So between the period of July 2017 to around March 2019, that's around 20 months, I made a grand total of about 98,000 Canadian dollars. So average that out, monthly I made around $4,900 of gross income. I was working, 60, 70 hours a week. And I had clients in the morning, I had clients at night, and in the afternoon as well. And even though I had breaks in between, it really didn't give me much time to, socialize, with my friends. So it was really, during that period, it was just work, work, work. So the $4,900 a month, we're talking about gross profit. So if you actually consider the initial investment of $15,000 I put into the gym, and we considered the utility costs as well as like the electricity, the water, and the heating, then the actual net profit comes down to about $4,000 a month, and then tax on top of that. So the question becomes, did I think it was worth it for me to invest my time and money into building my own garage gym and personal training business? Well, to answer that, I gotta answer a few questions first. So the first question being, could I have made more money if I just spent all my time working at a commercial gym? And my answer to that is yes, absolutely. And the second question is, could I have expanded my client network faster since a commercial gym attracts a lot more clients versus when I work just out of my garage, I could only rely on word of mouth. So my answer to that is yes, I definitely could have expanded my network faster if I stayed at the commercial gym. And the third question is, could I have gained potential managerial experience by working at a commercial gym versus, when I'm just running my personal training business out of my garage? I'm not managing anyone, so I wouldn't get any managerial experience. And my answer to that is absolutely yes. Yet after answering yes to all the questions above, I still don't regret my decision in investing all of my time and money in building my garage gym. Why is that? Because although I took a pay cut, limited the growth of my client network, and forfeited valuable managerial experience, by building a garage gym for myself, I learned firsthand how to run a business. Garage gym taught me many things. It taught me how to create a brand. It taught me how to be responsible for everything that I do. It taught me how to solve problems without relying on other people. It taught me how to build systems, how to optimize systems, how to have a critical eye. But most importantly, for the first time in my life, I was truly proud of the work that I was doing. And that to me is priceless. 5 years after building my garage gym, today I lead a personal training studio with my partner, Matt. We started Black Box Gym in 2018 as a duo, and now we are a team of 7 and growing. The goal of this video isn't to glorify the decision to quit your job and start your own business. Behind all the sunshines and rainbows of starting your own business is weeks and months of self-doubt, imposter syndrome, uncertainty, and living in constant stress. I wish I could say that work ethic is everything, but it really isn't. Many things wouldn't have worked out without luck. So if you make the decision to start your own business, then just know that there will be so many things that are out of your control. And the only thing that you can really control is your will to never give up. That is really the only thing that you can control. So do what scares you, never look back, and never give up. Good luck to you guys. Anyways, that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you want to see more content about optimizing your fitness, business, or lifestyle, then hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.